Welcome to Bite Size PL, professional learning you can consume during lunch or on a dog walk or while you assemble and put together gifts for your kids. Our goal is to provide meaningful, engaging, and brief conversations for educators. I'm Jared, and today we're doing something a little different. We've talked to K-12 students throughout the district about their gratitude for their teachers and even have a few parent voices as well. This episode is to celebrate all of our great teachers here in Davis School District.
What makes a great teacher is if they're optimistic about learning and they help you.
I think what makes a great teacher is someone who can interact with kids or teenagers.
Dedication to helping their students, helping them learn, and helping them gain their confidence.
A great teacher usually has they're trustworthy, I guess, and they make the learning environment fun and makes students want to learn.
Being fun-loving, caring, and enthusiastic.
And just someone who is caring and who is outgoing.
Keeping my learning going and being kind with others.
I think a great teacher is encouraging to their students, and they try to have all of their students succeed, and they push their students to the best of their abilities, but they're always careful not to go over the limit, so the students are still comfortable, but they're succeeding.
A great teacher is the teacher that cares about how both my mental health is and that cares about my academic wellness. A teacher that knows when I'm struggling mentally and knows when I need help with homework or need help with tests or anything that I'm struggling on.
I feel like a great teacher is someone you can have help you every day and cares about you, inspires you, and just makes it an overall better experience to be in the class.
One of the other questions we asked was, what makes your favorite teacher different?
I think my favorite teachers have all had the love for learning and the love for teaching, because it really just shines through when they truly enjoy what they're doing.
What makes my favorite teacher different is just how much they care about the students and how they act around the students. You can just see that they enjoy being around students and they enjoy helping them.
How much she cares about everybody, it's on a different level. It helps me feel better, and I know it helps the other kids around too.
My favorite teacher has helped me and gone in my personal life, just wants to get to know the real me and who I am.
My favorite teacher is different from everyone else because she knew when I was struggling, and it wasn't just because of academics. She knew how to help me, and she was always there to listen to me when I needed her.
My favorite teacher definitely cares about their students, and they understand what we're like at our age, and they try to incorporate that into their learning, so they make things much better of a learning experience, and it's much easier.
She's not scared to get vulnerable in class, and she's really relatable. It's not just about teaching for her, it's about having a friendship with her students. So that's what I really like about her, because you can come in and have a conversation with her, even if it's not about school. It could be your personal life.
We also asked, when something was hard, how did your teacher help?
A time where my teacher helped me was when I wasn't on track for graduation, and she helped. She sat down with me, and we talked about a plan and a goal that I could work with to reach being on track for graduation. And she was really there with me every step of the way and checking in on me, and it was really helpful.
One time that was hard for me was on a math problem. My teacher, Miss F, helped me to set it up an easier way and showed me easier ways to think about it.
At the end of 7th grade, I was really struggling with grades and stuff, but my teacher, every time I came into class, she always made sure that everything was okay and always walked around and made sure students, were on top of their work and checked with everybody.
My teacher, they helped me. I was falling behind in a lot of my classes, and so they helped me get a study plan and helped me turn in all my homework, and so I could get better grades.
In the Martin Luther King Jr. speech, my teacher inspired me to do my best, and I did well.
Just to learn new things and stay calm, even if things are tough.
I just moved here last year, and halfway through the year, and I moved into with a teacher who was really nice, and she helped me overcome my fear of, I was a little shy when I first moved here, so she helped me overcome that.
I remember that I had a project a while ago and I couldn't get it right. Every single time that I did it, I never liked it or there was always something wrong with it. And my teacher, every single time that I struggled, she was always the one person that was there to help me get through it, to help give me advice, to help tell me my rights and wrongs, to help me she pushed me to be able to become better. And I ended up liking the results. She helped me a lot.
Recently I had this big college level paper that I was writing for an English class, and my teacher did a really good job at breaking it up into smaller assignments, and whenever I had a question I could just ask him and he would help me. He helped me find sources, and he just was very good at communicating with me what the assignment was doing and getting me to the end goal, and I ended up doing really well on the assignment.
I suffer from ADHD as well as dyslexia, so the entirety of my junior year was an absolute train wreck because of the high workload. But one of my teachers, Derek Hathaway, he's my stand teacher, he also suffers from ADHD, and so he pulled me aside one day and he was able to talk me through a bunch of different strategies that helped me get through the year. He talked about listing, how to manage a calendar, and it was such a big deal for me.
We also asked, how does your teacher help you learn?
My teacher helped me learn by making me aware of what assignments that I have that I need to elaborate on. They have me go back to my term goals and have me elaborate on those, and so it's much easier when I have them in the front of my mind, because if my teacher wasn't there helping me with it, then I would probably have a page of missing assignments that was like 4 pages long.
She lets us make mistakes, then helps us fix them and figure out what we did wrong.
And we asked, how do you know your teacher cares about you?
You know that your teacher cares about you when they personally try to engage with you. They really try to talk to you. They get to try to get everyone to talk to each other. They try to make you become better with everyone around you, with yourself. That's what really makes me think that a teacher cares about me.
She personally checks them with everybody, every class period, and asks how their work's doing, and she always asks if she can help or gets everybody around, and it's very just a peaceful and calm, time, and it's fun to be in there.
I know my teacher cares about me because when me or somebody else is sad, she helps them.
I've had lots of teachers in my school years, and I've always wanted to be a teacher, so those teachers that stand out to me are ones that are caring and are hardworking and put time and effort, but who also care about their students. And like I said, I want to be a teacher when I'm older, and so I look up to those who set that example.
A lot of my teachers are able to inspire me because they're able to be an example of how to succeed at the next level. One of the things I'm anxious about most of the time is being able to actually live an adult life and manage a household and all that stuff. And every day I get to walk into a building full of people who have achieved that, and they offer advice all the time. They help comfort some of my fears, and it's just an inspiration to know that that's an achievable next step in life.
And finally, we asked, what would you like to say to thank teachers?
I would like to thank all the teachers that put the extra mile to help us succeed. We're the future, and we need help, and they're always there to help us. So I would like to thank the teachers that really put in the extra mile for us.
I'd like to say thank you for being a teacher, and thank you for all the hard work you put into your lessons.
Thank you for helping me push myself and to be the best version of myself, and to make sure that I'm succeeding, and for definitely having a lot of patience, because I know it's not easy to be a teacher.
Thank you for helping us learn and giving us a space to learn and grow.
I would like to thank teachers for the time they put into each lesson and just to help us succeed in life, and for how they're so kind and nice to each student.
Thank you, and just how much they really matter and how important they are.
To thank teachers, I'd like to say that they make you feel welcome when you just come in from the first day of school to the last day of school.
Thank you for your time, because honestly, teachers don't get enough appreciation. Obviously, they work so hard and they're working day to day and basically forming the next generation, and I think that goes a little bit unnoticed sometimes.
I just want to say thanks for all you've taught me and being willing to deal with all the students that you have, because I don't know where I would be without some of the teachers in my life that had such a great impact, taught me so much, so thanks for that.
Just thanks for everything you do. They volunteer themselves and they put themselves in front of a bunch of students, a bunch of kids that are going through some things, like don't really know how to handle emotion, and they just deal with that and they help people out, and it's just, I'm thankful for them being there.
I'd just like to say thank you for the time and for all the work that you put in. Teachers don't get recognized as often as they should be, and so I just would like to thank you for everything that you do for us.
Thank you for always helping me. Thank you for responding positively to all of my questions and all of my problems. Thank you for helping me be better.
Teachers do a lot for all of their students. They take their free time to grade, they have to do all sorts of assignments, and they do so much, and I just want to say thank you because I really appreciate it. If it weren't for all the time that teachers spent helping me, I would not be as happy as I am right now.
We are privileged to have a couple of our parents here in Davis School District with us. We have Savannah Christensen and Biffy Turner, who wanted to come on the podcast and share their thoughts about teachers. And so we're going to pose a question to them, and that is, what would you like to say to thank teachers?
This is one of my favorite topics, is how great our teachers are. I have 6 children, and they've all been in Davis County schools. We've had so many influential teachers for my kids, and I'm so grateful for everything they have done. And having an influence in students' lives, I really feel it's not just one big grand gesture type of story. I think it's 1,000 little things that teachers do every day. My son, who's in 5th grade, was emotional last night when I was putting him to bed, and he was telling me how he'd had a really rough day at school. And he had said, well, I didn't get my writing assignment started, and I didn't get my science done, and he was really emotional about it. And then he said, I think it would have been different if my teacher would have been there, because they'd had a sub. It was such a moment for me to realize how important it is that teachers are showing up every day, and how grateful I am that teachers are showing up every day, and they know my son. His teacher knows him. She knows that if he's having trouble, she knows to help him out. She knows his personality, she knows his learning style, and he feels safe with her, and he feels safe to ask those questions, where because he'd had a sub, he just had this hard day where he wasn't able to have the safety and comfort of that teacher that he knows loves him. And it's not easy. It's not easy to show up for kids every day, because it can get so redundant and so frustrating and so exhausting, but I'm so grateful that they do that. Teachers just have a special gift, and I'm so thankful for their patience. They've just been so great for my kids.
Well, Savannah, let's hear from you as well.
I've had some wonderful experiences as well. My oldest son, he had an amazing experience where he had a really rough year in 5th grade with a lot of discipline problems with his other kids that he was in class with. And so he had a hard time learning that year because of the other kids in the classroom. So by the time he got to 6th grade, he was a little downhearted about what was going on in his class and how he was going to be able to make it through. But he had an amazing teacher that helped him through. She prepared him for junior high. She made him feel special. She made the class an amazing class to want to come to be a part of, because he had such a rough year. He wasn't sure if he was going to be ready for junior high. He was very scared. And I really appreciated her reaching out to him, and he's now a senior. And they've kept in touch this whole time, even though she's a principal now at another school, but she always gets in touch with him and reaches out at least, once or so a year, and she emails him and just says, how are you doing, and just make sure that he's doing okay. So I've really appreciated that, and her reaching out and helping him with all of his concerns, because he would have had a rough year otherwise.
Yeah, there's a power in that teacher-student relationship that's unlike any other. And there is just this connection that is there that it's magical when everything works the way that it should.
And then I have my other daughter. She has been through lots of different facets of school. She's been in speech. She's been in resource. She's had a lot of different one-on-one time with the counselor, with different types of friendship classes and things like that. And I appreciate those teachers as well, and all the effort that they put into the specific things that are, outside of the realm of what your other teacher can do for you. They've really reached out, and they have that personal touch also, where they know exactly what's going on in my little girl's life, and exactly, what the things that she needs to be learning, and sitting down with her one-on-one and helping her in the different things that she struggles with in her life. And I appreciate that about them as well. And they have so many tireless hours, and they come, I know all of these teachers, they come even on the weekends and do work, and they work into the evenings, and I appreciate everything that they do to sacrifice their time to be with our kids and have that one-on-one connection with them.
Oh, I wish I could just name every teacher my kids have had, because they've all just been so wonderful. And the time that they put in, and I think a lot of parents don't realize that the time that you're in front of those kids, in front of the classroom, is such a small part of all of the work teachers do, because there are so many emails and all of these behind the scenes things that teachers are doing that parents, I think, frequently have no idea about. And I appreciate it all. I'm so grateful.
Well, it was so great to hear from our students and even some of our parents here within the district, and just be able to just hear the gratitude that they have for their teachers and all the great things that are going on in the district. And I think one of the neat things about the positions that we have is we get to see a lot of classrooms, and we get to see a lot of teachers, really from one end of the district to the other. And we thought that we would end this episode. Normally we have a gift that we like to share. And in this case, we just want to share our gratitude for the teachers in Davis School District. And I will start, and then we'll just kind of have a conversation about this. So I would say that the thing that I notice the most as I'm going from class to class, the one constant, is just the care that teachers have for not just the physical well-being, but the emotional and the academic well-being for each and every student that they have.
Yes, totally agree. And my gift of gratitude is kind of related to that, in that one of the ways that teachers show how much they care is that wherever you go in this district, you can see that these teachers are trying to get kids to laugh and enjoy themselves in school. From kindergarten through 12th grade, teachers tell corny jokes. They tell self-deprecating jokes about themselves. They share experiences that don't make them look like the coolest. And I know why they do that, because they're trying to build a community of care for these kids. They want every kid to know that they are in a place where we have a good time. And I love that.
Oh, there's just nothing better. And I think that leads to my gift of gratitude, because I've always been really passionate about education and specifically teachers. But I became more passionate about education when I had a son. And I think, you have your child, and Jeanette, you said this before, you send them off to school, and you just hope that there's someone that will look them in the eye and acknowledge them and try to connect with them and try to make them laugh. I appreciate every teacher who's looked a child in the eye and who has seen their students, and because that is enough. That is enough, and that is the priority. And I just am so grateful for the educators that are willing to do that for my own child and for children that are not their own. It takes a special person to love and care for other people's children for a good chunk of the day, and that is a teacher.
Yeah, and that's what we see every day we're out in classes is teachers that are creating community, creating these cultures of learning, and just really caring about each and every kid that they have. So we want to make sure that our teachers feel that gratitude that we have for them. Thanks for all you do. And as always, we'd like to thank Tom for making us sound so good.
More gratitude.
And this season, we're putting video of the podcast on YouTube. You can continue listening on your favorite podcast app, and you can also check out the video on our YouTube channel. Check the show notes for that link. Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe and share the podcast with others. See you at school.